everybody, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back with another 52 weeks of favorite photos. I am also back with How to Kill a Kit with Style. I am getting to the end of my kit, and that excites me so much. I am doing this photo from Easter in 2023, and this was my gang. All my kiddos, grandkids, some friends from church, my uncle, my ex-stepdad, my ex-husband, and his girlfriend. Yeah, I think that's it. It's a lot. This is our normal crew. So I have some papers I cut. I'm using a zip strip, some ribbon. I have to say, I am scrap lifting a layout by Coco Vanilla Sophie Delorme. And this was my scrap lift challenge over on my Facebook group. I don't remember if it was last week or the beginning of the month. But anyways, I'm finally getting around to actually getting to scrap lift it. And I just freehanded these borders. I love how she had her borders. It looks like it's probably a cut file, but I just took a pencil. I don't know if you can see that, but I just took a pencil and drew my loops really big, and I wanted them to be random, not all perfect, like hers. And then I went through and cut them out. And some of them are closer together and some of them are farther apart because on her layout, that's how she did hers. And then I have this piece that I made that I'm going to use as my title. And then I have this piece that I made. And I'm going to use it. I have some frames that came from Lisa Cuneo Scrapbooking. And I just cut the centers out of them to use them as frames. I'm going to actually just use them as embellishments. And then I have some more of my flowers, which y'all know, and some greenery that some of you guys sent me. And I have some twine. So, lots of things. Lots of things on this page. I have a piece of paper I've already cut for my mat from the kit. And then I'm going to use this stamp set. I had only ever used it once, so I used this one, and I used this one, and I used this one. And I stamped those out so that, where did they go? Oh, they're right here. I stamped them out on matching paper because I really wanted to, like, scrap lift her. I'm sticking pretty close to it. So, let's start putting this together. And I think I am going to sew on here at some point. So let's work on putting a few of these things together. I'm going to work on gluing down this photo to my mat to start with. The only thing is about scrap lifting this layout is they used a vertical photo and I'm going to use a horizontal photo. So it kind of changed the dynamics a little bit. But I think it's going to be okay and work out. So, let's put these down here. And I think I'm going to wind up sewing this. So, and I'm putting mine more near the bottom because I need room for my embellishments up top. And I just used scrap pieces and cut them up. I made sure they was just all the same length so they would all line up. I'm going to glue this one down this way because I'm going to sew probably up here and I don't want to have to be sewing through glue. Okay. And then I have this piece I wanted to use. I don't know how much you'll actually be able to see it. But I'm going to go ahead and put it on. I know what I was doing. Just kidding. I'm ripping this one up real quick. I wanted to tie my twine around there before I sew it on. So, I'm going to just take my twine. I don't have much left. And I'm just going to put it around here. Let's see. I was hoping to be able to loop it again, but I don't think I'm going to have enough. Let's see. Let's start it here. Leave enough room to at least tie it off. Yep, I don't think that's going to work. I could tie it on this side, I guess. And maybe put a flower on it. Since I don't get a pretty little bow out of it, maybe put a flower there. Okay. I'll put that there and pull it down. Just going to put glue on both sides of it because, like I said, I am going to sew it. Let's see here. And then I'm going to put this on. And I tried to bring in purple as I have all month. I have purple on lots of my embellishments and things, but neither of these collections, because if you've watched, you know, I put two collections together from Close to My Heart, but neither one of them have purple in the collection. So I've been trying to bring it with me and add it in, because it still matches. I think it still matches beautifully. It's just not in the collection. So I think I'm going to go in with my sewing machine and I'm just going to sew this part on. And then I'll come back and we can finish building the page. Alright, so I'm back and I sewed. I don't know if you can see, but I used my gold thread and did a zigzag stitch right here along the ribbon. And I apparently got a little off course. I'm fine with it. I'm not a perfectionist. But it caused this pink one to raise up a little bit. So, I had the idea, I want to take and put some foam tape under each one of these so it'll add a little bit more dimension. I think it will be super cute, and y'all know I love dimension. So, I'm going to do that. here's my foam tape on there, and you can see it adds just a little bit of shadow and dimension underneath where it's popping it up. And trim off this little extra piece here. Alright, so let's add the photo. And I think now that, well, maybe I'll just glue it down. I was going to say I think I might pop it up. I am going to put these frames in it just to kind of set it off a bit, because like I said, it kind of changed the dynamics of using a horizontal photo versus a vertical photo. But I think I want to use them like this just because I feel like it makes it draw it here since the frames are darker, and it gives it a little bit of dimension because this side's going to be heavy with all of my embellishments. So I just wanted to add a little something up here. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these. And I think I might actually put a little bit of foam on this one to pop it up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue these on before I add my picture down. That way I'm not having to rip it up to be able to glue underneath it. Because y'all know that's what I'm good at. Okay, maybe like that. I kind of do want to put it on foam now that I've popped that up. I have used so much foam tape. I need to get out my fun foam sheets to pop big stuff like this up, and then I wouldn't have to use so much tape, but who has time for all that extra work of getting it out, right? I'm just lazy, y'all. I've said this before. I am a lazy crafter. Okay, so I like that. And then let's see here. I think my Easter, no, it's gonna go up here. Yeah, and see, well, that might be okay. I don't mind if it goes off the top a little bit because it'll be in my page protector and it'll be fine. It's not gonna bother it. And I think this little lamb's gonna go like right here, but I think it's just gonna have to go over top of the flowers. Okay. This already has some foam on it. Gonna put another piece. Okay, and then I have these that have different sayings. Like I said, I want to remember this tradition and together we are family. And I'm going to just color code them pretty much. I'm wondering if I should add foam. Why not add foam to everything? feel like it just gives it a little dimension, because sometimes if you start adding stuff, then it just looks a little flat or plain, and there's not going to be a whole lot more going on down here on bottom, so I think I'm going to put one over here just to kind of help balance it out. Okay, and then all I have left are my flowers. Actually, I'm going to put this right here. I stamped 2023 on it because that was the date. And I stamped it from the same stamp set. Here's the story stamp of the month from Close to My Heart. Those little bitty tiny numbers worked out good for the date. I'm just going to stick it down because I know that it's going to pop up somewhat. Actually, I think I'll stick it here. Kind of give it a little base to rest on. Okay. And then, like I said, all of my flowers and greenery. It's stuck to my foam tape and my flowers. Alright, so maybe we'll put a flower here since I couldn't tie a bow with that. Just let it hang there. And then I'm going to add some greenery. I love these little bitty branches like this. Like, I love it all, but I really love these little branches. They're so versatile, and you can pretty much use them in any color and just use them as little tuckers. And they're awesome. Let's see. I don't remember who sent me these. Maybe Lisa sent me these too. But I'm pretty sure that she colored them herself, because there's still some ink or watercolor or something on the back, which is awesome. I love it. Alright, so I'm just going to tuck some branches in. Yeah, see on that one? And they're such a color variation. I don't think it's a paper. If you sent me these, tell me if you watercolored these or inked them. I think they're amazing. Let's see, maybe I should do one down here instead. I'll glue this one up a little bit so it won't be falling off the page. And then let's see, let's put this one over here. And then I have these leaves. I stamped out a ton of them, but I've been trying to work on using them up now to go with my flowers, because I find that I reach for the flowers a lot, and then the other stuff kind of gets left behind. Okay, I'm going to pop this one up. Put it here. And then maybe do one there. That wasn't my original plan, but I think it still works. I'm going to move it over a little bit so I'm not covering up my saying here. And then I just have a few more leaves. I'll tuck them in. Let's just take this one here. Kind of create a frame around the picture. Okay, so I think that is going to be my layout, and I love it. Let's see, did I glue everything down? I did. Okay, so definitely go over and check out everyone else that's playing along with 52 weeks of photos. Go over and check out everyone playing along with How to Kill a Kit with Style. Hopefully they are having good luck with using up their kit this month. I hope that everyone had an awesome Easter, and I hope that you like this and that it inspired you. And until next time, bye y'all.